Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Look at that. Beam of light. Totally distracting us. Yeah. I tell you what. Today's interesting. 2-part show. Off and running now. Now, if you're listening to the audio podcast, it'll be like, what? Because I'll do a little short, quick little edit and put it all together. But if you're watching on the live stream on Facebook, I should say Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, it'll end after like 30 minutes, and then I'll restart the thing. It's because our beloved NFK has to go get a blood test, a blood draw, because next week is the big physical. We sit in front of the doc, and so we got to get over there at like 9, so he doesn't have to starve himself. The key is to get this done as quickly as possible, or as soon as possible in the day, because if my man gets grumpy, we all suffer. We don't want that. So I'm going to rattle off a few minutes here, shut it all down, and then I'll come back. I'm guessing like 9:40-ish. I'll be back. So I'll take like an hour off, you know. So welcome into this show. Dear Meathead happens today. Later time than normal, obviously, based on what I just told you. And that I think caused some type of like a battle in my dad's household. Because, you know, when I called him up, first of all, I said, hey, yeah, 9 a.m. And then I called him a little earlier, and I said, hey, I can't do it. I forgot. I got to take Kevin to get a blood draw. And so there was a little bit of confusion there. You don't want to upset the apple cart, because I guess someone's supposed to come to their home and work on something, or I don't know what the fuck. They're expecting a phone call. But I don't know. Hang on. I got to drink this. Too damn hot to drink it all at once. So, all right. That's what's up. I bring that up because if you have any questions for my dad on Dear Meathead, Sarah Rook Roosh has a great question that she wants me to ask my dad. Dear Meathead and Joanne, my friend bought a used mattress from a garage sale and it was badly stained. The friend bought it for his parents to sleep on. What do you think of my friend? And then I responded with laughy emojis. She says in all caps, you asshole. I can't believe you let them sleep on that. Just for that, I'm coming to Berlin's Faith and Family Night and swearing worse than Kyler. Now that I believe. You stay away, you harpy. Look, to be fair, it's just a twin mattress. Just my dad slept on it. And, you know, I know it looked bad, but I don't think it was that bad. Everybody is just assuming that was blood on the mattress. We don't know that. I was told it was juice. Now, unless that homeless drug addict lied to me, I don't know if it's that bad. In fact, if you look at this picture right here, there I am. There's Bruce looking at me. There's my dad. That's inside of the trailer. There's the mattress. It's got a nice little throw over it. Tyler says some hydrogen peroxide will tell you if it's blood. Roger says, did you smell it? I actually did. I actually did smell it. There's no odor. Okay. Well. And I think Aram has a question too, but that's it. That's all I got is a couple of questions for my dad. So if you have something you want to run by him, by all means, send it along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Okay. Now, yesterday on the show, we featured the scene from Ottawa County where the guy walked up to the microphone during public comment and said, "Thank you, Ottawa County, for promoting religious freedom by becoming a constitutional county. And I am a Satanist, and my Satanic Temple, West Michigan Satanic Temple, we are so excited about this freedom of religion or whatever." And in fact, this is the guy right here. This thing's gone around the world like twice. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Bendr Bones, and my pronouns are he, him. I am an ordained minister of the Satanic Temple, and I am here to speak on behalf of the Satanic Temple of West Michigan, which includes our members and ministers living within Ottawa County. In regards to the Constitutional County Resolution, I want to thank
the pearl clutching chick in the orange there, way on the end.
Satanic Temple, and I am here to speak on behalf of the Satanic Temple of West Michigan.
Can't believe it.
Which includes our members and ministers living within Ottawa County. In regards to the Constitutional County Resolution, I want to thank the County Board and the Ottawa Impact Organization for their declaration of intent to uphold the values enshrined in our Constitution. Our constitutional rights are our most cherished assets as United States citizens.
Like how the photographer gets into position, wasn't there. It's like, oh God, I got to get a picture of Bendr here.
More so as Satanists. The First Amendment states that Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, nor restrict the free exercise thereof. This establishment clause is the driving force for freedom of religion in the United States and the greatest restraint for the encroachment of theocracy. The West Michigan congregation of the Satanic Temple applauds this commission for its commitment to upholding the religious freedoms for all. Our religious values include bodily autonomy, acting with compassion and empathy, and embracing pluralism. These values are core to our deeply held beliefs as Satanists, and we are always pleased to see these values upheld by governments at all levels. I observe that these city commission meetings begin with prayers and invocations. I am pleased that by swearing this oath to uphold these freedoms, it opens the door to make Ottawa County a place where Satanism will grow and thrive. As a sign of support, the Satanic Temple of West Michigan would like to begin the process of becoming involved with opening prayers at these meetings.
Oh, yes,
the Satanic
please.
Temple of West Michigan is also excited to celebrate the holidays with the residents of Ottawa County.
Yes.
As we are always looking forward to opportunities where our goat display would be a fitting representation for the Satanic community.
So the Satanic Temple for the past several years has set up, I forget how they word it, but a goat display on the state capitol for the holidays. So that's what he's referring to.
And we'll always be looking out for opportunities for Satanism and other religious groups to work together to build up a stronger and more diverse community. In closing, I want to thank everyone in support of the Constitutional County Resolution for strengthening the rights and freedoms of Satanists of the Satanic Temple, West Michigan. I am proud to know that Ottawa County will become a stronghold for Satanists of all type. And I am looking forward to seeing what the Satanic Temple of West Michigan and the municipalities of Ottawa County can do when we work together under the banner of religious freedom. Hail Ottawa County and hail Satan.
Okay. Now, you see all these ladies here, they all hate Bendr. They're all, oh, he's terrible. But I'm of the opinion that they don't know shit about Satanism, and I know I don't. So instead of like, oh, I was like, well, I'd like to know exactly what's going on here. What do these people actually believe in? Because, you know, I would say that 100% of the audience thinks that they go around and pray for evil, or they pray that bad things will happen, and the world will be a terrible place where everyone will hate each other. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Allison writes, she I was asking those questions in my brain, and then she went ahead and did the heavy lifting. She writes, so the Satanic Temple doesn't actually worship or believe in Satan, is what she writes, according to what she thinks. I literally think they use the name to get attention, or ironically. It's actually rather interesting. I've pursued their website a bit. I hope that you get in touch with Father Bones so he can educate us all. Loved your coverage of this today. Well, let me just tell you that I had a lot of contact with Reverend Bones, Bendr Bones, yesterday, and I am recording with Reverend Bendr Bones today at 4:30. So then I will take that and post it for you. Tyler says, they don't believe in Satan. The dude said, hail Satan. Let me back up here, because I firmly believe that no one in the audience really is aware what these people believe in. On their website, it says, a lot of frequently asked questions. Do you worship Satan? Their response, no. Nor do we believe in the existence of Satan. So, to Allison's point, there you go. Do you worship Satan? No. Nor do we believe in the existence of Satan or the supernatural. The Satanic Temple, now listen very carefully here. The Satanic Temple believes that religion can and should be divorced from superstition. As such, we do not promote a belief in a personal Satan. To embrace the name Satan is to embrace rational inquiry removed from supernaturalism and archaic tradition-based superstitions. So, we as Christians talk about turning water into wine, blind can see, raising from the dead. When they say they're satanic, they've almost like redefined it in their own way, as far as what I can gather. To embrace the name Satan is to embrace rational inquiry removed from supernaturalism and archaic tradition-based superstitions. Satanists should actively work to hone critical thinking and exercise reasonable agnosticism in all things. Our beliefs must be malleable to the best current scientific understandings of the material world, never the reverse. I believe in Satan. The Satanists don't. What? My world is topsy-turvy. I believe in good versus evil, heaven, hell. The Satanists do not. You see what's going on here? As far as I can gather, I'll have to run this by the Reverend and see what he thinks. The next question, do you promote evil? I didn't get that far. Let's go over this. There are 7 at the Satanic Temple. There are 7 tenets. Like, this is it. These are the things they believe in. Now, if I didn't tell you that this was a Satanist, you would not know that this was a Satanist, because every single one of these things is something, I'm not kidding you, I'm not even bullshitting, that we would all strive for. So if you could just for a second hold your horses and listen. These are the 7 things that these folks believe in. Number 1, One should strive to act with compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance with reason. That's fucking golden rules shit right there. 2, the struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. 3, one's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. 4, the freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forego one's own. 5, beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs. So that I think kind of goes hand in hand with the not believing in the supernatural. 6, people are fallible. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it and resolve any harm that might have been caused. So take, for example, the good people at EZSP Mobile Mechanic. They made a mistake in booking travel to a faraway place where most people don't even own automobiles. When they realized it, they responded to the customer with a hypothetical name of Kenney and said, hey, we're so sorry, but we can't make it. We would end up losing money. See, that's the EZSP Mobile Mechanic is satanic. That's what I'm gathering here. And number 7, every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word.
Meeting adjourned, I guess.
What the fuck?
This year, hire a 5-star web
something's
developer
playing that shouldn't be.
And create an amazing web.
This is remarkable because I'm guessing that anyone who's listening to this would not have seen that coming, you know? So, so many questions. And I just cannot wait to get the Reverend, the ordained minister of Satanism, Bendr Bones, on the show. I actually feel pretty good that I wasn't like into pearl clutching as soon as Bendr started to speak. I was like, well, wait a minute. Before we attack this guy, let's find out a little bit more information. I think that's very important. And that you see all those ladies clutching their pearls behind them. That is perfect because that's the way people around here think. And I would assume in a lot of places too. Maureen says, ask him if that's his given name, please. Well, I will ask him his history. How did this happen? How did you get involved? And some of the questions that I had were answered right there. Because when you hear Satanism, you picture, fucking Virgin Connie Swale and pitchforks and, murdering people. That's not true at all. Cole writes, Church of Satan, 1 star. Aram says, will there be a weekly segment where Eric chats with the guy at Z-Speed someday? Well, yeah, as you know, Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic is the sponsor of the show. And I fully expect full-on support from Z-Speed. Ryan says, when I hear Satanism, I don't think Scientology. Well, remember, Scientology is steeped in supernatural things happening. Satanism does not. I think Satanism is more like, look around. This is it. This is all we have. Now, I don't believe that. I know I'm going to heaven. And then I'm going to look down on the Satanists and say, see, this is what you get, you fucking dummies. But I at least like the idea that what they're doing right now is this is just a fantastic story. I love every second of this. Ryan wrote to me on Twitter. He said, "EZ, you have to get the Reverend on. This is what you would do back in the old radio days. This was your bread and butter. Tell me this is going to happen." And I was already at that point in a conversation with the good Reverend. He writes fantastically perfect and efficient. He's almost like a robot in his writing. Greetings. I was pleasantly surprised to open my inbox and see your invitation. I have grown up around Southwest Michigan, and I have listened to alternative rock stations for as long as I can remember, and your name and work is well known. Bendr writes, in response to your invitation, I would be honored to join you and discuss what the Satanic Temple, West Michigan, is doing for our community and address some of the reactions from the Ottawa Commission meeting. I am happy to work with you to find a time that suits us. Let me know what kind of schedule you are thinking, and I will do my best to accommodate. Thank you for your time and interest. Hail thyself. Bendr Bones, M.S., he, him, minister of Satan and co-head, the Satanic Temple, West Michigan. Kenney says, dude writes better than Eric reads. This is true. Hi, Bendr. Thanks for the email. This will be great. I'm excited to interview you. I'm guessing you'll enlighten people with what you have to say. I'm very flexible and when we can chat. The quicker we act, the better. We can piggyback your appearance on my show to the buzz you've generated when you spoke at the commission meeting. I gave him a time. He says, I can do 4:30 today. I'll await further instructions or a Zoom link. Are there any procedures or protocol outside of the ordinary that I should be prepared for? No, sir. This will be super easy and fun. I'll send you the link. Thanks. Tyler says, sounds like Bendr Bones AI wrote that. All right. So if you have questions, send them to me. Because I'm not going to think of everything. We can do like a through me and ask me anything to a reverend of the Satanic Temple. There's got to be something that's bouncing around in your beautiful noggins that you would like me to ask the Reverend Bendr Bones. Bendr. That's how he spells it. Bendr Bones. Send it along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Okay. Before I put the brakes on this show, because as I indicated, I have to head out and take the NFK to get his blood draw. Ryan says, is this going to be live on Patreon? That's actually a good idea. I think I can. Yeah, I don't see why not. That's a great idea. So yes, that's if you want to go ahead and get a 7-day free trial to Patreon, I will publish this live as it happens. Okay. And by the way, if you have a question, don't ask it on the chat. I won't see it. You have to write it in to Eric at ericzaneshow.com. And serious questions only, because I don't want to take the time to have to wade through the stupid ones. Like Corey says, what do you think about the Catholics raping kids? Is Satan pro or against? You see, that's a stupid question. Of course he's going to say against. I just read to you the tenets. You're trying to be silly, and you're not. You don't have the, well, you are, but you don't have the capability to be funny. So actually, he says that's a very serious question. Well, of course he's against raping kids, fuckface. I just read to you the tenets. How could you possibly ask something so fucking stupid? That is not a serious question. Serious questions only. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Save me the work of having to read stupid ones. Nick says the best interview is one you just let the nut talk. Don't scare him off. Well, you can't call it. Why the fuck are you calling him a nut? He could be watching this right this second, and that's not my goal. I don't think he's a nut at all. Why do you think he's a fucking nut? You see, you guys would wreck this shit. I'm the only one who has enough sense. I like how you guys are trying to tell me what the stupid things to ask him, and fucking Nick is over here. Oh yeah, this is how you do it. Do I tell you how to test voltage? No. Nick says anyone who speaks at a council meeting is a nut. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he was trolling them. He was completely trolling them. All right. Fuck. All right. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. And I will do that live on Patreon. It's a great idea. Ryan says, fear not, losers. Eric Zane is probably one of the best interviewer in our times. I've heard excellent material, and who are these Zanes? Kenney says, if Jesus referred to Satan as the father of lies, how can we believe anything they say as they're claiming to be Satanists? If they don't believe in Satan, why are they using his name? It's a great question. Can you put it in an email, please? Would you do that for me? You see, it's well thought. Kenney, of all people, has come up with a wonderful question. Kenney's question, brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. If you are in the Nashville, Tennessee area and you need your vehicle repaired right in front of your house, something's going wrong, you call up Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. They help take care of Kenney, and they'll help take care of you. You can find them online at zspeedmobilemechanic.com. Okay, so promise me you're going to send that in an email because it's already like scrolled up. I can't even fucking see the thing. Okay. Very excited about that. I haven't been this excited for an interview in quite some time. I find this to be an interesting topic. Wouldn't it be something if I found out we are all Satanists? Okay, before I kick you out for the time being, I need to share something with you that my beloved Madison sent me. So Madison works as a server at a restaurant. And occasionally she gets dickheads that do rude things when it comes to like tipping. She wrote, "This is a tip that I got from a grown man. Nothing was wrong with his food or anything. He even got his food for free because he is part of our rewards program. Worst thing that happened was that he had to wait a little bit because it was busy at the restaurant." All right. As we zoom in, the amount he actually had to pay was $3.18, probably for a drink, because the food was free, plus tip. His tip is fuck you. He actually wrote fuck you for a tip. My God. What an asshole. The fuck is wrong with people? Jackie wrote, screw that guy. I said, I hope he gets AIDS from a hooker. Jackie said, I hope a bee flies up his pee hole. Madison added that a regular at the bar who knows Dad went out to get his license plate. Now, I don't know what the point of that was. Maybe if he's that aggressive, maybe he'll do something psychotic too. This guy right here who wrote "fuck you" for a tip is not following any of the tenets of Satanism, brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. That is very bad. Tyler says people are very trusting that restaurants don't remember people's names like this if they order food there again. His bill was $3. The "fuck you" was funnier than the 20% tip on $3. Yeah, because a 20% tip would be what? 60 cents? Right? 10% would be 30 cents. I think I'm getting that right. Oh, my God. What an asshole, though. What a fucking dick. Okay. Pausing the action. Now, when I come back, there'll be no Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. This is all you get for you pals on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. When I come back to finish the show, it's going to be just on Twitch. Actually, before I go, there is one thing I need to take care of. Because this show it's incredibly important that you think about signing up for Patreon. Because today, live interview with Bendr Bones, the Reverend who was at the Ottawa County Commission meeting. I cannot wait to talk to this guy. If you go to Patreon right now, you get 7 days free. Would you use that? Sign up, and then when I go live at 4:30, maybe a few minutes after, it'll let you know that I'm live with Bendr Bones. And then enjoy the interview. And then you've got 7 days to check out some of the other things that I post on there, including Who Are These Zanes, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, Who Are These Free Beers, the Patreon bonus podcast. Oh, my God. So, and then at the end of the 7 days, by the way, full transparency, you have to put in a payment form when you sign up. And at the end of that 7 days, it's going to charge you. So, if you cancel it before then, which it is not a pain in the ass to cancel, just click it and you're done. Then you'll be out. Otherwise, it'll charge you, and you'll then officially become a member of Patreon, which is ultimately what I'm hoping you do, is become a member. So if you've been on the fence, try it today. I want to see notifications that say, new free trial, so-and-so, new free trial, so-and-so. In fact, if you're a member of the Temple of wait a minute, the Satanic Temple. If you're a member of the Satanic Temple, you are encouraged to sign up. We need more members of the Satanic Temple signing up on Patreon. Brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. The open that you're hearing right now and live stream of the Eric Zane Show podcast is brought to you by Dirty Donut Race, which happens this weekend, Saturday, June 3rd, Martin, Michigan. You can still sign up and save $10. DirtyDonutRace.com. Use the code ZANE23 at checkout. Save $10 when you sign up for Michigan's #1 gravel road race. They might even be sold out by now, but Dan signed up for a ton of marketing, and I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you, Dan. Good luck in your race. Berlin Raceway this weekend. Speaking of Satanists, it's Faith and Family Night. I don't know if there'll be a contingency of Satanists there. Brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic, but at the same time, Berlin Raceway is where I will be with you. BerlinRaceway.com. I'll be at the races. Stu McAllister and I are getting together, teaming up once again. Looking forward to seeing everybody there. BerlinRaceway.com. Racing starts at 6:30. Going to say a prayer to baby Jesus beforehand. That's right. And racing starts thereafter. BerlinRaceway.com. Get tickets for just $14 when you buy online. $17 at the gate. Parking's free. 15 and under, free. BerlinRaceway.com. And then, of course, Joe Martinez from A&E Heating and Cooling.
Tu madre es una puta.
Love him. If you have an issue with your furnace or your AC, Not your furnace this time of year, but your AC for sure. It could happen. 616-516-8579. There you go. We are off and running. More coming up after I get back from getting the NFK with his blood draw, and I'll talk to you then. Tyler says, catch you later. Hail Z Speed. All right, bye-bye. All right, listen up. I always sit up a little taller when HelloFresh partners with the Eric Zane Show podcast. Look, HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping. It's also 25% cheaper than takeout. Because if you're going to prepare a meal like this at home that you're going to get restaurant quality food through HelloFresh, you're going to have to go to the store and buy all these giant bottles of ingredients, which are probably going to sit in your home forever until they expire, and then you throw them away. Not so with HelloFresh. Everything is pre-portioned for that meal. Shows up at your house. You look like a genius. The food is fantastic. And everybody is going to love you. I am not kidding you. I've never been so sure about something. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. When you go that route, you use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh.com/Zane16 and use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. You're going to love this. Try it. And the month of May is perfect because HelloFresh is celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So you can try limited time, authentic recipes created in partnership with an amazing chef by the name of Serbi Sani of New York City's Tagmo restaurant. So you will be able to do that in your own home. I'm not kidding you. Do this. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. Promo code Zane16. 16 free meals. What have you got to lose? Plus free shipping. Try it today. HelloFresh. Amen. Welcome back to the Eric Zane Show Podcast. A rare two-parter. Let us get into Dear Meathead. We'll pick up right where we left off. When I'm done, I'm going to explain to you how we are down a member. In the time from when the first show ended to right now, I have had to ban a person and cut ties with them. I'm not even kidding you. I'll give you all one guess as to who that is. Oh, no. Yeah, fuck that. Let's see here. Let's get Dad on the phone for Dear Meathead. Brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ruby.
How you doing, son?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. We got up like a bat out of hell type of a attitude. Strong. I got the plumbers outside.
Oh.
I'm here inside.
Did you?
And I'm listening to my son.
You did you say that a plumber is out there?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
I don't know. Joanne has a few things that she noticed that had to be a furnace problem.
Well, is it a plumber guy or is it a furnace guy?
Furnace guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know a guy who does that for a living. Yeah, that's so is the AC working okay?
Yeah, everything is really on a normal stages, but we just don't take a chance on it,
Okay, all right. If the audience has any questions for Dad, it's kind of a weird day today, but I am lean on the questions.
Yeah. My audience is the greatest in the world.
I know. They love you.
I love them.
Eric at EricZaneShow.com if you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead.
Welcome.
Let's start it off with talk about a little review of our adventure up north with all of those people, all of your close family.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a heck of a time. Did you have a highlight that you enjoyed from our adventure?
Well, so many things happened that I really can't figure out which is going to be the top of the line, but overall, it was just a perfect trip.
Yeah, you know, it was unique because there were so many people there. Typically, we have the group broken up, but you know, I'm just happy that that everything is good and your accommodations were all okay.
Yeah, everything's just perfect.
How was the bed that you slept on? Because that's a brand new bed that I just put in there.
I'll tell you what, I was so tired that when I fell in there, I didn't even pay anything to anything except closing my eyes.
Oh, you were so tired that you would have even slept on a mattress if somebody got murdered on it.
No. I went to bed.
Oh, yeah, of course. All right. That
was a beautiful bed.
I know. That's what everybody is telling me.
Oh, my God. I want to bring that home.
Yes, I know. That's what I try to tell people.
Oh, my God. It was so awesome.
That is good. Okay. I love it. Let's see. How about this, Dad? We got some questions. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Linda asks, Dear Meathead, what do you do when you have a person in your life who keeps making the same mistake over and over? How do you handle them if they keep making the same mistake over and over and over? Asking for a friend. Signed, Linda.
Linda, if somebody makes mistakes over and over and over, I actually get to the point that I have no use for them.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I would reduce the visitations, reduce the conversations, ultimately completely get out of it.
Cut them out of your life.
Don't even bother with them.
Cut them out of your life and be done with it.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
I understand that. That makes perfect sense to me. I'm going through that right now as we speak, ironically enough, Dad.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yes, it is ridiculous.
I can't keep on making the same mistake.
No. I'm with you.
Dump them.
Dump them, you say. I did. I actually did.
It depends on how valuable his friendship is.
It's not.
Well, dump him.
Well, it's not worth it. It's not worth the trouble. It's become such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I can't deal with it.
It takes more energy out of your system trying to do things right way for that person that you wear out.
Correct. Aram writes, Dear Meathead, we heard some stories from this past weekend up north because I talk about our adventures on the podcast, Dad. And I described the story about how when Mike, I don't know if you were there for this, but he made bacon, and then he took the bacon grease and dumped it in the woods. Now, I told him that's a no-no because
that's right.
The dogs go to it and it attracts animals, and he wants to know what would you have done with the bacon grease? And then he says, couldn't it just be dumped into the fire?
No. You just walk away from the area that is taken up by people, humans are walking around and all that, and dig a little hole and put it in a hole and cover it with dirt, and that's it. You're destroying things that you're not supposed to be destroying.
So bury the bacon grease is what you're saying. I don't know, Dad.
Bury it deep.
I think if you burn it, it's fine. It's kind of like.
Well, you can burn them. I don't have it, but I just thought burying it is a good thing to go.
I think that the one thing that we can agree on is that you don't just want to dump it in the woods like a caveman. Yeah. That turned out to be something that I said, Mike, this is ridiculous. You can't just drop bacon. Bacon is what dogs live for. And so the dogs are licking up all the bacon grease on the floor of the forest, and I'm like, come on, what are you doing? So he got a shovel full of dirt and covered it up, I guess. But
and wouldn't that hurt the animal?
It could. I mean, I know my dogs. They kind of get they kind of get diarrhea.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah. So I said to him, I go, dude, you can't do that anymore. Now if
I was to do that, I'd be getting diarrhea too.
Now, I can just imagine if you saw Mike doing that, you would probably lay into him.
If I saw him, I would stop him.
Okay, hey, knock it off.
No, I would not knock it off. Stop doing it.
Right. Yeah, that's knock it off.
Take a deep one in the woods over there, dig a hole, and put him in a hole and cover it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Next up. Let me hold on a second here. I got to get your questions. And if anybody has a question for Dad, I'm a little lean. By all means, send it along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Sarah writes this.
What, Sarah?
Yeah, and you know Sarah. She sends you stuff from time to time. Very, very sweet.
Oh, yes.
And I'm back, and I know Sarah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Joanne, how are you?
I'm good. I just got told our furnace is going to cost us $600.
What?
Yeah.
So the furnace... The furnace...
motor is going bad. He's got to come and replace it.
Oh, dear. So is the AC okay?
Yeah.
So this is for something when it starts to get colder.
Yeah, he said wait till the fall and call him back, and he won't charge for a service call.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, Joanne, I was just reviewing with Dad our little adventure up north, and Dad had rave reviews and said everything was fantastic.
Yeah.
So the accommodations were good? You slept well?
Yeah, we did great.
Better than it ever was. We left it crappy so nobody break in. You made it nice.
Oh, no. It was the least I could do. Coincidentally enough, we were just talking about Dad's sleeping arrangement, and he said how much, how he kind of, he felt comfortable on the mattress. Sarah writes, Dear Meathead and Joanne, my friend bought a used mattress from a garage sale.
Oh, God. That's illegal.
And she says it was badly stained with God knows what.
Oh, man.
And then she writes, this friend of mine brought it for his parents to sleep on.
Oh, Lord.
And then he says...
No. No. You don't know who slept on it, what slept on it. No, it's worth spending extra money and buying brand new.
He says, what do you think of my friend who did that to his parents?
I think he was just trying to get a bed. He didn't care about what happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's hideous. Holy cow.
Just trying to get rid of his parents. I got that.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, you all right there? What the hell happened?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. Well,
My saliva went down with the wrong pipe.
oh, okay. All right. That is, that's unbelievable. I can't believe that even happened. All right.
Hey, any second-hand item that has been used by a human being in the area or neighborhood or family cannot or should not be used by other people.
Anything?
Well,
Yeah, I say anything.
Oh, just...
well, I mean, like a charcoal grill would be okay, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be all right. I'm talking about material.
Yeah, stuff that you
mattresses
sleep
and stuff
on.
like that.
Yeah, that could be weird. Yeah, I agree.
Because you don't know who stepped in that or slept in that or nothing. And no way.
Right. Oh, I hear you. All good. Man, let's see. Well, Dad, I don't have any more questions. Do you have any questions for the audience or anything you'd like to talk about that's been burning on your brain?
My brain is so tired right now, I could not possibly think.
Now, Dad, when you guys were going home, you had to stop at the and dump the black and gray water. You did that, right?
Yeah. Joanne has a question.
Well, just did you find a gray hoodie up there that was left hanging on the wall?
I didn't see one, but I wasn't looking for it. So when I go up there again, I'll keep an eye out for it, okay?
Well, Susie lost hers, and I'm wondering if I had it in there.
Oh, all right. I will definitely check that. You know, I ask about dumping the gray and the black water because your son-in-law, Mike, just before he left, he goes, hey, how do you feel about me just opening it up and dumping it right here? like on the property. And I said, no. What are you, crazy? What are you, a psychopath? No, you have to dump it in the waste tank.
He had no patience. He got in line at the park and he started backing up. He says, I'm getting out of here. I'm going home. And Liz had to make him stay in line.
Oh yeah. I was worried about that because there was a line there.
It wasn't bad, but he just has no patience.
Oh.
But he did stay and he did empty it.
Thank God. I was worried about that. All right. Well, look, I love you guys. Stay cool. It's going to be a nice hot one today. So I'm so glad you were able to make it up. We got some nice pictures, and I will talk to you guys just down the road. Okay.
All right. I appreciate you bringing up this whole thing because the trip was a really magnificent trip.
Yeah, you made it so nice for us.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I love to do it.
Okie doke.
Okay. I love you.
I love you too, honey.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Shh, if any of you, I swear to God, you better not tell them. You better not tell them. Oh, my God, dear Meathead. Brought to you by, of course, Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. Now, let's get to the drama. First, I'll cut to the ending. Kenney and I are no more. The relationship is over. I have had it with the crybaby bullshit. This goes back. There was a time when Kenney, he got pissed off at me because when he would post something on his Facebook page, I would make a mention on it here. And his point was, well, I'm announcing that to my Facebook friends, not to the world on the podcast. And I was like, well, come on, what is the fucking difference? Everybody knows you're just doing it to gain sympathy in the first place for whatever stupid drama that you're involved in. But all right, fine. Well, he unfriended me months ago, which is no big deal. I didn't have a problem with that. I understood. It's like, all right, that's fine. I don't want you to see my personal stuff and then talk about it on the podcast. Like if something goes south in a relationship and you make a terrible comment, I'm mad at you. And I said, all right, fine. So he unfriended me. So that took care of that. It pretty much nipped it in the bud. Well, you will not believe. This is different, though. So for the past week and a half, there's been the occasional reference to Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. And Adam Balboa brought it up to me. He goes, hey, let's play a gag on Kenney. I go, what? He goes, say that Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic is your new sponsor. And he'll have a heart attack and it'll be hilarious. And I go, well, of course, that's wonderful. That's a great joke. Now, for no reason, no chance at all did I think that was like, it's not fucking going overboard. It's not like I'm saying something horrible about him or attacking it or making fun of whatever shit that he would post about on Facebook. It's completely benign. It's a stupid joke. And it's just dumb. And then prior to that, I had posted the best of bit of Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic, and everybody got a big laugh at that. And then kind of piggybacking off of that and mentioning them as a sponsor, which obviously they're not. It's a stupid joke. He got so worked up about that. I was shocked today, but not shocked when he, after the free podcast, this is what I saw. And he's blocked. I mean, seriously, he's gone. I have, if I see his name show up on here, he has several identities on here. I know them all. He's probably watching under one of them, but his original one is blocked. I don't have time for this shit. Okay? I do not have time for this shit. This is how it went. He writes, I can't stand that Z-Speed guy because now this is 2 years ago, maybe more, what happened. And, a little bit more background. Well, you remember the bid. Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. He hired the mechanic. The mechanic at the last minute canceled, fucked him in the ass, and he got pissed off, hired somebody else. And he lost his shit about that. It was the end of the world, and he took it to Facebook, and he was bitching and moaning, and I played off of that and cracked about that, and he lost his shit, and I called the guy on the air and asked him about it and got his side of the story. So all that, this is all stupid. Okay? So fast forward to recently, you know, I've actually enjoyed him recently. I'm actually a little bit sad to see him go because he's had some wonderful contributions. And there's a side to Kenney that I like. I really do. But this is the side that I don't like. When he starts to feel sorry for himself and, oh, woe is me and pity me and, oh, I'm so sad and you hurt me. So it's at this point that I've now cut it. It's over. It's not worth it anymore. So this is what he writes. You know, I can't stand that Z-Speed guy. Because what he did was completely wrong. I wish you'd just stop. Replay that from time to time, sure. But acting like he's a sponsor now. And worse, saying he helped me and I endorse him. Fucking knock it off, man. He's a piece of shit who wasted my time and treated me like garbage. And I was blown away. So my follow-up of, whoa, Jesus, dude, it's a joke. You know what? We're done. Lose my number. See yourself out. I'm tired of all this crybaby horse shit. Oh, my God. He follows up with, nah, it's not a joke, saying I endorse him. No, it's a joke. When he treated me like garbage, that's too far. And I wrote, fuck you. You're blocked. I told you to leave me alone. We are done. Go find some other friends. You should learn what that word means. Friend. So that's it. He's out. I refunded his money on Patreon for the last month. Fuck that. You can have that $10. You're bitching about you got to cancel it anyway. But so I'm doing you a favor. And I'm done. I'm done. I have gotten good at when people take liberty and go too fucking far with me, I will cut you out of my life. If you can't just sit back and enjoy the show for what it is. I was talking with Linda, and she said, Jesus Christ, I hate the song Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And when I was with my family this weekend, everybody was playing it on the Bluetooth, singing it to me. And I knew they were just having fun at my expense. You know what I didn't do? I didn't cry like a fucking bitch, is what she told me. I go, exactly. For him to get that butthurt over Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, my God. Fuck that. I do not need this shit. So I had to sit there in between the first podcast and the second podcast and deal with this shit. So I just said, fuck it. I'm done. I am no longer going to fucking go down that road anymore. Crazy Ashley says, I totally thought that was a real sponsor. Well, now you know the history. It's all a big gag. And he's like, oh, I'm hurt. So fuck it. It's over. He is out. We're done. Find another show to enjoy. I can't keep you from listening to the recorded podcast, but if I see you on here and see your name, I'm going to ban you. And if I keep seeing, you're probably watching right now, but fuck it, dude. You are not welcome here. No, I am not putting up with this shit from you or anyone. And you are the only one that does shit like this. Okay? You're the only one. So enough. I've had it. Tyler says, now we'll need to come up with another listener who needs to have sex with Amanda. Exactly. Oh, my God. Of all the things to be heard about. Ugh. Stop mentioning that I like Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. I'm a fucking psycho crybaby. Fuck you. No. Bullshit. Go hang out with this crew.
You're such a big butt dick because I know you want to.
There you go.
I'm a 50-year-old man doing what a 50-year-old man should.
Out. You are out, out, out. Goodbye. See ya. Fired. Gone. No, no, no. I am not putting up with this shit anymore. Fuck me. I need to call Adam Balboa. This is all his fucking idea. He's at work right now. I hope I can get him out of here. Does Z-Speed know they get free ads? No. Hey. Hey, you there? What the fuck? I can't hear you. It says you picked up. Linda says Kenny's probably doing Bible study with Lonely Nick as we speak. The fuck, Adam? Are you there? Ashley's like, I think I need an auto mechanic. Hey, you there?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know. I went to answer and then it hit like off.
Are you eating lunch or something?
Breakfast. I just finished.
Well, are you at work?
Yeah, that's fine. I actually am on my way to across the street to a meeting, so I got a minute.
Okay, good. So, did you see my text? I sent you the screenshots. Can you believe this shit?
That guy is nuts.
That's what I said. I was shocked. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
I didn't get to it all, so how did it end? Is he saying that you're not friends anymore?
Well, let's be clear.
Right.
Friend is a relative term. Kenny's someone who listens to the show, as are you and everyone. I can count on one hand, like, my friends. Now, there's people, there's people I like, and people define friend differently.
Right.
But I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So, anyway, he first called me out for the Z-Speed gag, which is a great gag. I give you full credit for that. Thank you for that tip. and here he is from something 2 years ago, still crying like a bitch.
Right.
And me telling him it's a goddamn joke and enough. I'm tired of this shit. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, friend. I mean, I would say, you're to me, like, you'd be more like an acquaintance, somebody to chit chat. A friend, someone you actually hang out with.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And like you would call and talk about personal stuff. I'm not calling and talk about marriage problems with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
if I get a flat tire, I'm not calling Adam or Linda.
Right. I mean, but then also what I don't understand is, like, what do you think is going on here? Anything you post online on a podcast, especially with you, it's free game.
Well, and it's been for so long that this has just been a running joke, and him like, oh, you've gone too far. It's like, you're an idiot. You are a fucking moron. That is
don't you think if you like the show so much, you'd be happy that you're included? I mean, it's kind of fun when something you suggest gets on the show.
It's so dumb. No ability to roll with it and just takes it personal. Fuck that, you thin-skinned prick. Don't you think there's a reason maybe all your relationships haven't worked? Because probably you're such a whiner, victim mentality. Oh, poor me. Fucking idiot. So fuck him.
I saw him. I was trolling his Facebook because he unfriended me a while ago, and I saw he posted on there the Ted Lasso moments that are that stick in my brain forever. Oh,
of course, because it's a show for retarded people. So
even that,
he relates to it.
I mean, I don't like I know it's probably weird, but there's a lot of reasons. Like I said before, Rocky speaks to me. I don't know if you remember, but I had cancer as a kid. So that was a huge inspiration. My parents, but you can talk as much shit about it. I'm not going to sit there and whine. It's funny.
No, I sit there and call you that you want to suck Stallone's dick. And it actually has a life lesson to you, because you were going to die, and you let Rocky, he gave you the the courage, as stupid as that sounds. So I bust your balls about that all the time. And Kenney, Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic, you hurt me. Fuck that. Holy
How do you
shit.
not get the joke? How can you laugh at all this other stuff and not get that joke?
Oh, my God. We were making jokes last week when his little kid was with them on the Patreon that should have had a way more of an impact on him.
Right.
Because he left the show playing on loudspeaker when we were saying horrible things, so that we kept making various terrible jokes regarding that. But no.
Yeah, that's his fault.
But no, it's Z-Speed's the problem.
Right. And how do you not get over it? I mean, it was that years ago. Maybe it was an inconvenience, but you posted a book online. Like, you, we got mad at you about that girl. Remember, he was like, well, I talked to her for 3 hours and then I wouldn't tell her my job and she got offended. I'm like, you posted it online. You can't get mad about that.
Well, his argument was he posted that for people who are his friends only. So, thank God, because only 200 people were subject to his bullshit and crybaby shit. So,
I love that. I was going to make a joke one day on the live screen when you were like, how are your days going? I was going to say terrible. Then if you saw it, I was going to be like, and you said why? I was going to make, don't ask that. It's personal.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Wait, didn't that happen recently?
Yeah. You said to him, like, something about, and he's like, oh, my creditors are calling. It stops me from creditors. And you're like, well, why are your creditors calling? That's personal.
Yes, you're right. He did do that. You're right.
Yeah.
I had forgotten all about that. I forget half the stupid shit he says.
I was surprised sometimes that he didn't actually leave. I'm surprised that he hasn't left yet between the Zaniac thing or any of this other stuff that's happened.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go over there now. You watch. He'll be hanging out with them now and talking shit about me. But I don't care. This is a done deal. Is he?
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but does his job require? I mean, I know he works from home, so is there any level of intelligence there? Because his common sense is out the window.
I don't know. I couldn't speak to that.
Okay.
I don't know. All I can comment on is the direct interactions I've had with him, which are incredibly fatiguing and tiring.
Right. I don't get it at all. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. And
even I think back at it now, like when before everything happened with the Zaniacs, he was starting this thing. I think when, I don't know if Davey died or somebody died, and then this happened, something. So they collected money to give to you. It kind of made me go like, well, that's weird. I mean, he's never said anything. I don't know, but I was like, well, I want to participate, be part of the group. But there's just so many times like, well, let's do this for Eric. Well, let's all get together and do this. I'm like, are we? That's kind of when I started backing out. I'm like, this seems a little odd. Yeah. He was starting all that.
Get this shit. Yesterday, we had a text exchange, and he wrote, "Hey man, I'm really. Did you hear about this horrible story? Somebody in some community left a 1-year-old baby in a hot car for 9 hours." And he wrote that, and then I sent him a Bitmoji of me. It's my image. On fire,
right?
And it said hot or something like that. Now he should have wrote, "That's too much, man, you fucking idiot." He didn't say anything about that, but Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Oh my God, I'm so hurt.
I think that'd be pretty cool if you're getting something that you brought up in the best of and people still talk about it. I mean, that's hilarious.
Kenny is legendary for the things that have happened. They've been so funny. I've loved every bit of it, but now it's such diminished returns that it is finally done. That is it.
It must be a yearly thing. Every year it's going to be less and less, but around every summer, you're gonna siphon off some of the weirdos.
And I don't want to do. I'm not in this to hate on people. I want to grow my show. Okay.
Right.
But this is not worth it. I'm not going to sit here and cater to one child who's butthurt off of Z-Speed mobile mechanic jokes, who's going to tell me, who's going to text me personally and tell me what's too far and what's not too far. Bullshit.
And it's all based on his, it's on his, he doesn't get to rate what's too far and what's not too far. I mean, that's, and again, how do you not realize this is a show? If you bring something up, be prepared. You know, I'm not going to say something to you over a text message that I wouldn't want shared, because I feel like, that's free game. I mean, I'm talking to somebody that my connection with is a show.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is I just wrote on my scroll, live stream brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. It says, I think you told me to put it on there, right?
I just suggested that you should say that, make it. There was a sponsor. I didn't tell you to put on the Patriot.
Somebody did. Hilarious. Someone wrote, put it in the scroll, and it says serving Nashville and all of Gallatin, Tennessee, that's where he's from. It says, and then it says voted number 1 in Nashville. Call 615-669-8881, and with a quote, it says, "I love them." Signed, Kenney.
Wouldn't it be great if all of a sudden they start getting these calls like, "Hey, Eric Zane, recommended you," and they're like, "Who the hell is this?"
Yeah. Ashley says, "Whose number is that?" Kenny's. No, that's Z-Speed's fucking phone number.
Right.
And then Ryan wrote to me because Ryan's just now finding out that the fight went down. And while that was all going on, he sent me Z-Speed's logo and said, "Put it on your live stream because he's in on the joke." Well, Ryan, we have crushed him. His soul is now destroyed. He is so hurt by this that he has. So
there was a fight on the show today then?
No. This was he sent me a text when I finished and told me about all this. He's so pissed off at me, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, this is too much. Holy shit. You have crossed the line. Too much."
That's too much. But talking about your wife's hemorrhoids, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't like types of relationships that I have to walk on eggshells like that.
No.
I'm not playing that game ever.
Right.
Ever.
I mean, you don't need, like again, because the connection, it's like, why would you let any audience member cause you any type of a headache? I mean, it's just not worth it.
There was one time when I made a comment about his Facebook page when there was something else that he wrote about some relationship that went south, and I made that comment, and I had him on the phone, and he was like, "My life should not be your content. I am not your punching bag." And so I pulled back. And that was also at the same time that he unfriended me. So it's like, all right, fine. I'm okay. Maybe slowly but surely we're figuring out our boundaries, you know?
Right.
And so there for a long time there had been nothing but fun things happening, and I very much enjoyed him on here. He said some funny things, and but this is now something that already is in the lore of the show. It's out of all the bits that I've ever done, Z-Speed is one of the most memorable things ever. Okay, it's like it's the podcast version of the sweater beat up, you know?
Right. I mean, one of my favorite parts in there is you call up him after you talk to the Z-Speed guy, and you're like, "Hey, buddy," and he's like, "Buddy."
Yeah, I know. It's fucking great. And so for him to now take it into this inappropriate level, it's like, fuck it, no way, So unfortunately, we have to end the relationship. So I am sad about that to some degree, but I will, and so will everyone. Will move on. We will survive.
I mean, when you say end it, does that mean like you're just not going to talk? I mean, he's not like. You're not blocking him.
I did block him. I banned him. I banned him from Twitter and his typical username, but he has other ones, so he's probably in here right now watching. Let's see if I can see if he's in here.
This isn't live, is it?
Yeah, this is. I actually had to go late today because I had a doctor's appointment to get the NFK to.
So our conversation is right now?
Yeah, so I guess I should have told you that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
No problem, it's great.
Sorry about that. And then I banned him from Patreon. I gave him his fucking money back for the last month. I blocked his email. I blocked his all this shit. Tyler says, "Oh boy, that's awkward." Eric Zane, sorry, Adam, my bad.
I don't think I said anything too bad.
No, you didn't say. Normally, you say something terrible about all sorts of races of people.
Great.
No, you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. Yeah. In fact, you were so buttoned up about it that it seemed normal.
Right.
All right. Well,
did you see real quick? I don't know if you saw did you see Kate is comparing herself to Martha Stewart's Sports Illustrated?
Kate is?
Yeah, she posted something on, I don't know if anyone sent it to you, but she posted something like, "Oh yeah, it's great that us in this age can still look good."
So did she show a picture of herself in a bathing suit too?
No, she did not. No.
Oh, well, then we gotta see what she looks like in a bathing suit.
Yeah, no, she did not do that. Just a picture of Martha Stewart.
Well, I mean, besides, Martha Stewart is like 25 years older than her.
Right, that's a good point.
Yeah, she can't compare herself to a lady in her 70s unless she's that old. Is she that old?
I have no idea. I've never met her.
I think she might be. I think Kate's in her 70s.
It could be. I have no clue.
Tyler, okay, very good. Tyler asked, did Martha Stewart pose in front of a Planet Fitness?
No. Yeah, with her glasses down. That should have been one.
All right, hey, thanks again. Thanks for getting me in big trouble with your Z speed suggestion.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right, bye.
Okay, so everybody loves drama. That's the actual drama going right now. If anyone has any 2 cents about the drama, I will call you personally to have you weigh in with your thoughts. But I am guessing, and even if you think that this is not appropriate by me and how I'm handling this, I will put you on to give you a podium to say, hey, wait a minute, I think this is kind of fucked up that you banned him, Eric. Now, I don't. I feel very good about this. I'm fucking cutting him out. I've had it. I have had it. If you have anything to say, Linda said, I already did, but I'm not your friend. Oh, now don't start that, you crazy bitch. Don't you dare start that. Oh. Poor Adam. I was like, hey, buddy, yeah. Oh, by the way, 10 minutes in, you're live. My God. Jeez. 1-866-877, call free beer. Maybe I should call Linda. She always has some poignant things to say about this.
Hello.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, non-friend.
Aha. Idiot. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's relative. You know, it's very relative. I mean, friendly, absolutely. In fact, I love everybody. But I mean, when it comes to personal things, I just there's definitely a line.
Well, here's the deal. You share so much of your life that people think they know you personally.
Okay.
Which it's great content for the show. Of course you're going to share fun stuff and funny stuff and sometimes not so funny stuff. But there is a line, and that's what happened with all the crazy Zaniacs who thought they could show up at your house, that they crossed a line that they didn't even know was there because they think they know you.
Right. This is not that much different than that.
No, it's exactly the same. And like we talked about earlier, he loved to throw out the fact that he had stayed at your house with his kids, that your dog jumped on him, because that made him seem like a close friend of yours. And that's a position of honor,
right.
in his mind and in the Zaniac's mind. So he had a status level that, none of us have ever stayed at your house, but he had.
And I actually enjoyed that moment when he was there, when the dog jumped on him. But again, maybe that put it into a stratosphere that made him think he was entitled. And to be honest with you, for a great amount of time, I have enjoyed him on the show. We've had this long run of he makes nice comments. He's funny. He's timely. And I've gave him the credit on the show,
100%. And Kenney made me laugh more than he infuriated me. But when he infuriated people, he really did it. But he's a funny guy.
Yes.
He always had funny comments.
And, but for it to go backwards like this with this, oh, woe was me, you're the Z-Speed thing. What a dumb thing to lose your shit about. Holy fuck.
He should be flattered that he was part of such a long-running bit that made people laugh. He was the only one not in on the joke. And that's sad because, again, he's a funny person, and he should have been the first one that ran with that.
Right.
Like I run with my hatred of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and everybody loves to rib me.
If it was attacking him about all of the things going on in his personal life, which he constantly talks about his struggles on Facebook and things like that. I backed off of that, and I had to because he unfriended me.
Right.
But the idea that, I'm not making fun of anything like his people to be hurtful would make fun of that or one's personal appearance or things like that. And Kenney outside of saying, I'll hold my back and picking on him for video games and Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Holy shit, this is just so dumb. What a dumb thing to lose your shit about.
Yeah, and like we talked about, he's missing half his life now. If he can't, I'm sure he's still going to listen on Apple Podcasts or whatever, but this show is a big part of his life. 2 hours every morning, an hour in the, half hour to an hour in the afternoon with the Patreon, the Ben and Eric podcast.
Yeah.
That's a big part of his life. And
and I'm glad. I was always that he was glad that he was there. I enjoyed him being there. And so I in a way, it's kind of a bummer on my end that I had to do this, but I just can't have it. I'm trying to run a business here. I can't be dealing with second grade complaints over stupid shit. Everybody gets beaten up at one time or another. I'm just really shocked that he would get this butthurt. You think about how many times I've made fun of Kyler's tits and him swearing in public and shit like that. And this crybaby's bitching about a mechanic.
Right. And something that he put out there for the world to see.
Exactly.
Did he not think you were going to pick up on that?
And he's such a mule. He'll never understand it. He'll never understand anything about this.
I don't get it. He's so funny in every other way, but he can't see the humor in this one incident from 2 years ago.
It's dumb. It's just great. And that created the whole 5-star or 1-star review angle. There's a lot of comedy there. And and there's no way he's going to lean into it. He creates all these bits of drama by himself, and then someone picks up on it, and he's, oh, no, you can't. You can't do that. Well, fuck it. Get the fuck out of here then.
Well, and he'd be the first one making fun of it if it was you doing it to someone else.
Exactly.
He'd be the first one chiming in. So, again, you can do it to other people, and I'm going to laugh, but when you do it to me, that's off limits. It doesn't work that way.
Correct. All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Of course.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye. That's Linda, of course. Oh, what a shit show. My God. Well, moving on. Turning the page. Moving on. Dear Meathead, brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Get yourself an Eric Zane Show Podcast t-shirt at ericzaneshow.com. I got a message from the president. Big fraud. It's the president. I'd like to weigh in on this big time. Wonderful things to say. Believe me, call the hotline. We'll bring Trump in just a second. Johnson Carpet One Floor and Home Discount Outlet. That's where Kent dropped the E out of U works. Get all your flooring from Johnson Carpet One. They're on Chicago Drive behind Little Caesars in Granville, Michigan. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Get all your flooring there. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600. Get your cars repaired at Irvine's. Jackie just got hers fixed there. You know when you put your spare tire on, or when you put a tire on, like you're rotating them or whatever, one of the studs sticking out was like damaged. They had to put a new stud in there. They took care of it for her. Sarah Honda Granville. Irvine's. Fuck, I'm losing my mind. Irvines.com is their website. 616-532-6600. Thank you also to the Kent County Health Department online at kentcountyhealthdepartment.com. If you need information about the WIC program or perhaps immunizations for the little ones, they can all be for your kids with little or no cost to you. Kent County Health Department online at accesskent.com or call them at 616-632-7200. Let's bring in Trump. See what he has to say about all of this drama.
This is President Donald J. Trump. Big front.
Hey, Mr. President, I thought it was your voicemail for a second.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, I'm just about to hop onto an airplane. We're going to be headed to the great state of Iowa this afternoon for 2 days.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you so much about that. But right now, you understand, Big Fraud Zane, when your biggest supporter, you understand when, like, Mike Pence decided not to back me in 2020. It's no different than Kenney when you think about it.
Okay. So, wait a minute. Are you suggesting that Mike Pence not supporting you when you ask people to overthrow the government is the same as Kenney?
That's right. To you it is, because he's your biggest supporter. You know, he paid you so much money over the years, Big Fraud Zane. You know, he's probably drummed up dozens of listeners for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, but I think, wasn't there a time, though, that Pence was like, you felt like, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to have to cut ties with Pence.
I tried to have the man executed. It didn't work out so well. But the thing is, when they falter like that, you just got to cut them off. That's what I did on that fateful January day. But you got to cut them out, Big Fraud Zane, and that's what you did. And it's such a proud thing you could do.
Well, it's not the most fun. I want people happy. I don't like that.
Loyalty, though, Big Fraud Zane. Loyalty is so key. It is so key. I talk about loyalty maybe all the time. And, you know, loyalty is something you cannot buy. You cannot buy that. They have to have such loyalty, Big Fraud Zane. And when they turn their backs on you and they threaten you, you gotta have a riot. That's what you gotta have.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can go that far, Mr. President. I think that there's very little that we agree on. I think some of what you say is appropriate about sometimes, you know, I've had enough. I gotta cut you out. You know, maybe that far, but I don't know about having.
Like Ron DeSanctimonious, maybe. You know, he's over there. He's over there strongly against ethanol. You know, he voted 3 times, Big Fraud, to cut Social Security and raise the minimum age to 70. That's not that different when you think about the comments about Z-Speed auto mechanics.
Well, yeah.
You know.
Okay, well, so what do you think? I mean, if you have you heard anything about this Z-Speed? Is this all a bunch of bullshit? Are they good?
Z-Speed is perhaps, they're tremendous patriots, you know. They're down there they're working so hard to fix automobiles, and they're trashed by such white trash. You know, they come after them. These people aren't patriots, and they leave such horrible reviews and such on their websites and stuff. And these are hardworking auto mechanics.
Yes, they're true patriots and wonderful people.
The backbone, really, when you think about it, of our very nation. You know, these are the hardworking sorts. You know, in U.S. history, these are people that were perhaps, you know, voting for Donald Trump. Maybe those votes got lost.
All right. Well, that's very interesting. So are you suggesting that if all Americans had the work ethic of Z-Speed mobile mechanic, then America would be a much better place?
Oh, absolutely. There's no question behind whether America would be a better place if everyone was like Z-Speed Mechanic and Big Fraud Zane. Of course, you got to remember, by the way, I'm about to hop this aeroplane to Iowa for the next 2 days to do some campaigning, but I terminated maybe the worst trade deal in U.S. history, Clinton's NAFTA, and replaced it with the best. Got to remember that. And also remember, China gave our great farmers, and I know you're in the farming mecca of the world, $28 billion, billions and billions.
Right.
And that is so great.
I wish you the best in Iowa. I know Ron DeSantis is there, and you hold a big lead over him right now.
We're going to destroy DeSanctimonious. You know, the guy's he doesn't even like gasoline.
He doesn't like gasoline.
The thing is, I wanted to call, I just wanted to tell you, I am so team Big Fraud Zane on this whole thing. Kenney's not good people. He's not a patriot. So you did what you had to do. And sometimes you got to make the tough decisions.
I have to
make tough decisions every day, Big Fraud.
Mr. President, I thank you.
Big Frog, we'll be seeing you. You know what? Call me while I'm in Iowa. I'm sure I'm going to have so much to talk about. I'm going to be seeing Rhonda Sanctimonious in person.
Hey, those are corn-fed white chicks in... he just hung up again. He always does that. He just hangs up on me. Fucking hey, that's fantastic. Chris D just getting in here. We have you definitely missed a lot. The shit has hit the fan. Kenney cracked over Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic, of all the things to lose his shit over. He is so pissed off because I said that the show is brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. What a fucking thin-skinned bitch asshole. Fuck it. He's out. Here's how it went. I finished up the first part of the podcast and then had to head to a doctor's appointment. You know, I can't stand that Z-Speed guy because what he did was completely wrong. And again, for those who don't know, and we don't care because it's all a joke. He called the guy. Day of, guy realized it's too far away. Guy canceled. Who cares if I'm getting some of this wrong? Kenney lost his shit. I saw that, and he posted it on Facebook for everybody to see. I referenced it on the show. It became a bit. It established a life of its own. I called the guy on the show 2 years ago. We had a big laugh. The bit plays from time to time in Best Of. So Adam Balboa suggested I make Z-Speed a sponsor. Just say they're a sponsor, even though they're not, just to be an idiot. And he got so butthurt about that. So butthurt. Look at, he writes, and worse, saying he helped me and I endorse him. Fucking knock it off, man. What a bitch. I wrote, whoa, Jesus, dude, it's a joke. You know what? We're done. Lose my number. See yourself out. I'm tired of all this crybaby horse shit. So that's the end of it. He's done. Out. The only way he will participate on the show is if he makes up a fucking fake name on Twitter or on Twitch and enjoys the show. If I even detect that someone is Kenney, I am going to ban them. Like this one. First time chat from Mick Dricky. I'm banning you, McDricky. I'm banning you because I think you're Kenney. I think. I don't know. I can't say. It says... No, I can't. I can't because it says previously subbed for 2 months. And the account's been around since November 1, 2021. Yeah, I cannot say with confidence that McDricky is Kenney. Mick Dricky. He says, I'm not Kenney. I'm a Patreon member as well. All right. Well, one of those people who like stays in the background and doesn't comment, you know, I guess. Says, no. I'm on Patreon. For a second there, I thought you were Kenney. I almost banned you, Mick Dricky. Now we're making people prove that they're not Kenney. Well, thank you anyway for being here. Audience members asking McDricky for identification, for proof. Let's see if I can bring him in here. Subscriber. Oh, that's Linda. Okay. Add guest. No, can't do it. That would have been something. There is a button that I can hit where I can just bring people in, I think. But I haven't gotten around to messing with it enough. Okay. Wow. McDricky, have you ever used the services of Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic? And by the way, I'm applauding whoever suggested I put it in the crawl. I'm applauding Ryan. Ryan was the one who suggested that I put their logo on the screen here. I've gotten a lot of fun comments to make this a hilarious bit. And I was just taken back a bit by the thin-skinned nature. I don't have time or the patience from that type of thin-skinned bullshit nonsense. This is a show that does not deal with any type of that immature bullshit. Not doing it. So you see, you get rid of Kenney, good. McDricky has taken his spot. Welcome to you. I always like to see. I know everybody on here except McDricky. That's a brand new name. If you could reach out to me, Eric at EricZaneShow.com, I would like to know more about you. Crazy Ashley writes, McDricky, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hot do you think I am? McDricky says, I've been married for 17 years. You see, Ashley is, Ashley is perpetually on the prowl for the next Mr. Ashley. And that's why she's asking you that. Okay? Everyone in this audience has various nuanced features that make them very unique. And Ashley has made no bones about it. She's always on the prowl for the next Mr. Ashley. As far as I knew, there was a significant other, but you don't know. These things change quickly. So who knows? Who knows? McDricky says, I've never seen you. You guys are going to have to do your own research. I'm not going to facilitate on the live stream. I know I've talked about being Ari Zane sex agent, but I just, it's too much. While I'm doing the show, like, oh, do you think she's hot or whatever? All right. So I am actually I'm angry. I'm still angry about how this all unfolded. And I am reasonably upset about it because I liked Kenney on here, especially in recent months. He's just fit in so well. I've enjoyed seeing his face. I've enjoyed his comments. I've enjoyed everything about him. But this perpetual line stepping, thin skin nonsense, I'm not going to deal with that anymore. No. I thought you had laid the groundwork for, okay, no more bringing my personal life into it, even though he posted on Facebook, whatever. I said, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to let things lie. And he's fit in. I have to admit, I've enjoyed him being there. But this is too much. Fuck it. Every time it happened, my wick would get a little bit shorter. And now it's like trying to light that one last little fucking firecracker with barely any wick, and you know it's going to blow up right in your hand, so you just get rid of that fucking thing. How about that for an analogy? That's fucking beautiful. My God. Okay. I want to, let's see. Linda says, Ashley, I wish you were still in Michigan. We could hang out and look for our future misters. Ryan writes, Kenney had a great joke today. Not sure why he's so sensitive about the bit. I don't know either. Ashley says, I am back in Michigan. Let's go. Linda says, yes, I'm in Grand Rapids. Or yes, in Grand Rapids, I'm in East Lansing. Ashley says, I'm usually in Grand Rapids or Lansing. So these two, it's going to be like this. That I sense a scissor fest going down between Linda and Ashley. There you go. That's what it's going to be. A big grind. There you are. I am talking about Linda and Ashley grinding their vaginas on each other, and I have no doubt in my mind that they will laugh that off. And I've got to deal with this infantile twat in Nashville who's hurt because I talked about Z-Speed mobile mechanic. You asshole. Nate writes, it's ironic that the only thing about Kenney is the only oh no, come on. You see, I'm not okay. I got to read it, but you see, that's ridiculous. That's what I'm talking about. These types of jokes are the ones that I didn't want to make, and I started reading it before I pre-read it. So Nate, like an asshole, wrote, it's ironic the only thing thin about Kenney is the skin, but that's probably because it's stretched to the max. I cannot support that. That is bullshit. You're going to have to get 10 minutes for that type of joke. There you go. Eat your 10 minutes, you fucking moron. Linda says, let's go out in Lansing sometime. Ashley, all right. Maureen says she knew that my joke about Ashley and Linda scissoring was coming. We can listen to the Edmund Fitzgerald while we scissor. I don't think either of you have lesbianic tendencies. I know you somewhat, both of you, but I don't think I know each of you enough for you to tell me that at some point you would consider being with a woman. And I don't want to know. All right, well, and maybe I am going to know, because Ashley wrote, I wouldn't rule it out after a couple of sodas. Okay, well, there you go. She's hilarious. What a free spirit she is. And obviously, Ashley and Linda are going to 69. It's happened. It's happening right here on the show. Linda says, nope, no lesbian tendencies here. I like men. Not that there's anything wrong with being a lesbian. Oh, no, exactly. Just like there's nothing wrong with a guy having a penis in his mouth. I think there's just a lot of jokes going on because Ashley then writes that she's strictly dickly, which sounds fantastically funny. I love it. Hey, no, hey, a strictly dickly. All right. What a fucking shit show. I am actually bummed. It's too bad that we had to go this route. Terrible. Okay. 4:30 today on Patreon. The Reverend Bendr Bones is going to be joining me. Go to patreon.com/Eric Zane and get a 7-day free trial. This is the guy, the guy who is from the Satanic Temple of West Michigan, who is spoke at the county commission meeting just last week. Everybody saw it. Video went around the world twice. He will be on the show. Join me for get a free trial so you can check that out. 4:30 live on Patreon. All right. Advertise with me. Just send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com, and I'd love to put you on my show. I'm averaging about 80 to 100,000 downloads a month. Put your business in front of those people. Like my friends at Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Now, seriously, Sarah Honda Granville, if you need a new car, go to Sarah Honda Granville. Test drive a brand new car today. Online at sarahhondagranville.com. They also have Michigan's largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive away in one today, not on one, in one today at Sarah Honda Granville on Kennewa, just north of 44th. Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you so much. If you need to get a mortgage for that dream home, maybe it's your first home, maybe it's a refi to pay off a high-interest credit card bill, around the entire country, everyone can call upon the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage at 231-332-6505. NMLS number 3035. And finally, batting last in the order today, TC Paintball, online at tcpaintballgr.com. Thank you, Rick. You're awesome. I cannot wait to schedule our next paintball event. You can schedule one with Rick today. Just go to their website, tcpaintballgr.com. Fully stocked pro shop, everything you need. Book an event for you, your bachelor party, bachelorettes, Alcoholics Anonymous group, doesn't matter. Neighborhood kids, round up the gang, and go to TC Paintball, an unbelievably fun destination party. tcpaintballgr.com. The asshole of the day today, as the sun sets on Kenney. He is the asshole of the day. Yesterday it was me. Today it's Kenney. Congratulations. That is your parting gift. May you have a good and fruitful life. I hope it's fun, but it won't be with us. See you around. You're fired. Okay. That's it. Till next time. Thanks for listening to the Eric Zane Show Podcast. Bye-bye. Talk to you on Patreon.